So, like I said, I was grinding for money for a bit, so now I have all the magic and equipment I want. There's my current HP and MP, here are the spells I have. I might be a little over-leveled magic-wise, but honestly, nothing too bad. I also have Dante dual-wielding now. I believe he's using a broadsword and a knife. Lynx is now using a javelin and a shield, and Max is just unarmed so he can punch things, and he doesn't need any new equipment, and that seems like it'll be fine for most of the game. So, let's just stop by this town real quick. There's not much of a need to. This is Griea, and yeah, it's pretty much just a rest stop if you need it. I don't really need the inn, honestly. I don't know why you would. It hasn't been that long since we left Altair, but whatever. And like I said, items pretty much the same as they were before, right? Yeah, pretty much the same stock, I believe. Which means you don't really need to stop by an item shop unless you know you need a certain kind of item or something. And I believe the weapon and armor shops are also more or less the same, so the weapons I have now, pretty much, it's pretty much all I need. I won't get anything new. Though I think I might actually need another piece of armor, if I remember correctly. I might not have gotten Link something. Yeah, nothing in the well. So yeah, weapons, yeah, same. Just got all your starting equipment. And that's that. But again, armor, need a bit more of that, so I can show that off real quick. See, pretty much the same selection. I'm not going to give the buckler to either Dante or Max, because it's unnecessary, because that would just weaken them. So I guess Lynx is going to be the only one who's actually smart about this, and will actually, you know, use a shield, and actually probably get some good evasion. She's pretty much the fastest character anyway. I mean, I think she's on par with Dante on agility, but since her evasion will raise, I'm pretty sure that means she also gets better agility. Not quite sure about that. Oh no, the humanity. He is still in business except for other people. Oh, I can't believe it, that poor man. If only he was killed like everyone else. Alright, well, anyway, let's just move on to Fynn. Now, don't move too far away from the lake because I think there are actually some somewhat tough monsters out there. I don't think there's anything around here that you can't handle, honestly, but just play it safe and keep close to the lake so they don't die horribly. Oh, whoa, that airship just sort of disappeared into the void. Huh. Oh, well, let's not worry about that. Well, he's saying we shouldn't get too close to the guards, but screw that. Hey buddy, how's it going? Oh, he recognized me as a rebel immediately, even though we're not technically a part of the rebels. Dude, we're not part of the rebels. We really aren't. We're a neutral third party. Very, very neutral. You can stop murdering me if you could, please. Please stop murdering me. That would be appreciated because, yeah, I'm just here for fun. I'm dead. Fuck. Well, thankfully, we can just go right back in. Yeah, that's why you never, ever talk to the knights that are just hanging around in the street. Because you know what? It's bad news, because they will murder you. Now, it is possible to kill them if you grind a lot, but honestly, there's not much of a point. Even if you kill them in battle, they'll still be on the map. You won't actually get rid of them, so you can't actually get into any of the buildings that are blocked by these guys. They do, however, have some really good drops. Like, they have a very good dropped spell tome, and they've got a couple of good weapons, I think. I'm not going to be getting any of them right now, because I am no match for these guys, but if you really want to grind for a bit, again, don't know why you would, but you can, and it is kind of worth it. So yeah, all the places that we can go to are abandoned, except maybe, I guess, the inn or something. That must be why that guy's blocking it. So we have no access to anything in town, and if we try to talk to any of these guys, well, you saw what happened. Yeah, nothing in the magic shop either, but one guy from Griea did mention someone from the pub is still there, so he might be on our side, so why don't we check that out? Oh, but before we start, we actually get ambushed. Yes, there are actually random battles in town. Because, well, obviously these guys are in league with the Empire because, you know, the Emperor kind of summoned them. And I was kind of hoping that battle would go on for longer so I could show off, you know, all my new equipment and my improved stats and stuff, but apparently that's just not meant to be. Oh dear, don't mind me, gentlemen, I'm just gonna walk in and talk to this bartender. Well, I guess we might as well ask about the Wild Rose. Apparently no one's going to, you know, notice that I just said Wild Rose. No one's noticing me having this secret conversation, and apparently the bartender could have left any time he wanted. Well, regardless, he mentioned something about a wounded soldier, so we should probably check this out. This could be important. And indeed it is. This is the guy we saw at the beginning of the game who was surrounded by soldiers. And we know he's on our side, so let's ask about the Wild Rose. Well, funny story about that. He's kind of dying. Which is also why he's speaking in ellipses. That's what you do when you die. You just speak very slowly and pained-like, with many ellipses. Just out of curiosity, who's Count Borgin? I mean, I know you're dying, but I'd like to know. Just explain that to me. Yep, let's just have a moment's silence, because he's dead. But now we get a ring! Yay! And now we can raid these chests. And he seems to have a bunch of potions. Well, I suppose they'll help since I'm, you know, mostly been buying equipment and stuff. Also, there's no actual key items section in the items menu. Important items are actually marked by those little treasure chest icons. Just thought I'd make note of that. Don't mind me, guys. Don't pay attention to the fact that I disappeared behind the bar. Doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to be getting out of town. So you just be drunk. So anyway, yeah, this is the world map. Once you get the ring, you can bring this up by pressing or holding down B and select. And you can see all the locations you've visited before, and I believe those yellow dots indicate the ferries. We'll be needing to know where the ferry is soon, but it's not really that difficult to find anyway, so yeah. But now that we've done that, we might as well head back to Altair. Not too much to do until then, so might as well just cut there and meet you when I get there. And here we are, we're back. We made it out alive. It was just, you know, in a parallel dimension that we died a horrible death at the hands of a single man. Anyway, nothing's really changed around here. Everyone pretty much says the same thing, except, we can't talk to Gordon. Hey, Gordon, your brother's dead. Here's his ring. I guess? Sure, I didn't even tell you what he told me, but, sure, whatever. Also, he's dead, just thought I'd throw that out there. Also, I believe, it actually takes more gil to, refill your HP than MP when you go to an inn, so if ever you're about to go into an inn and you have some spare MP, then, oh yeah, that's super cheap, jeez. So yeah, make sure to heal up before going to an inn, if you have the, MP. Chances are you probably don't, because, you know, usually if you go to an inn, it's because you've been grinding. You don't really need an inn that much in this game. It's yeah, pretty much when you're done grinding, maybe after a dungeon or two, but usually you don't need it too much. Yeah, I already know that. Here's a ring from a dead guy. And apparently we have mood lighting in here. Everything just dimmed as we say he died. Either that or the guards are really good. Like, they're like, oh, somber moment coming up. Turn off the lights. I also proved I'm incapable of following orders. But apparently that's good enough, and now we're part of the rebels. Woo! So we're going to be taking Minwu along for this. So, we need to find a source of mithril. We were supposed to find one, but the guy we were in contact with, yeah, I'm not talking. So, we're going to have to talk to Minwu over here because he actually has a special item. He's got the canoe, which means we can cross the lighter blue patches, or bodies of water, rather. Not patches of water. And Minwu joins. Obviously, he's a white mage, and he comes with pretty much every good white magic in the game. He's got quite a few of them. Oh, and we actually get to learn a new term if we talk to the princess again. We actually learn of the Dreadnought. We've heard of it a few times, but now we can actually ask what it is. And this is the first Cid in the series, unless you count the one that was, mentioned in the remake of Final Fantasy I. And of course, he's in charge of this airship. We saw it pass by earlier before it just sort of disappeared into the editing void, but we're not really going to be talking to him too much. But apparently he is really, really obsessed about his ship. Don't want to ask about that. Could be a bit, weird. Hey, King, apparently I'm supposed to tell you that some guy called Borgin is a traitor. I don't know what you're supposed to do with the information, but whatever. Doesn't react to the ring, but he doesn't know what mithril is. Gives us a little bit of useful information, but it's not that useful. And apparently nobody told him about the horrible warship that the Empire's building that could kill us all. Well, I guess he doesn't really need to know. He's lying sick in bed, but oh well, whatever. We'll take care of that eventually, I guess. I mean, might as well. It's just later in the checklist. But regardless, next time on Final Fantasy II, we're going to be heading out with our new buddy Minwu and seeing what we can do about this whole mithril situation. So, see you then.